Right, the streets of Durban have come alive as the Springboks victory parade moves around the city. The Boxers have already been to the Durban city centre. They're supposed to meet the Durban Mayor Mxolisi Kaunda, KwaZulu-Natal Premier Sihlezi Galala, and KwaZulu-Natal MEC for Arts, Culture, Sports and Recreation Hlengiwe Mavimbela at the City Hall.
Yeah, and Mhlongo has been following all the latest from Durban City Hall. She joins us now live. And a very good morning to you. What did we miss?
All right, well, welcome back outside the Durban City Hall, where just a moment ago the Springboks were in front of the hundreds of fans who had come out here today. They've just left the City Hall to now join the parade. As we were saying earlier on, that two of the city's main streets, Anton Lembede, which is formerly Smith Street, and as well as Dr. Pixley Street, formerly West Street, have literally been shut down as thousands of people along their streets are waiting on their sidewalks for that bus. And what excitement here outside the City Hall when the crowds that had gathered saw their champions arrived, and some of them getting a few minutes to make a few words. The Beast coming out as well. Great excitement from the people of KwaZulu-Natal. He is a local team player, so many people so excited to see Tandai Mtowarira, the Beast, and him thanking the people of KwaZulu-Natal, thanking the people of South Africa for their support, and of course words from the as well saying siyabulela kakhulu bantu bakwaZulu-Natal. Thank you to the people of KwaZulu-Natal. He said it's incredible what he has seen here today in their province. From of course this morning at Umhlanga, when they started their parade, moving to KwaMashu as well, thousands of people lining their streets, and here as well a lot of people still converging around here at the City Hall, but many of them have now moved across here to Anton Lembede Street. I'm asking my colleague Zamo just to move. As you can see there, people have now lining the street as the bus is going to be making its way up Anton Lembede Street. It will be coming back down Pixley Street later on. So what excitement, and I'm still joined by my guest Archie from the KZN Rugby Union. Archie, what a magnificent moment when the players came out, the excitement of the people who are out here this morning.
It was epic, wasn't it? Yeah, like the whole crowd just came to life. It was just like, it was chaotic, it was crazy. It was actually really nice to be a part of this. Yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah.
And I mean, this is what we're saying, that earlier on when we're speaking about how important victories are like this for the country. It's not just about a cup, but it's about everyone, people here who've come out here today, little children, people who said they're not going to work today because they want to be part of this moment.
You know, when they said that sports unites people, this is a perfect illustration of just that. What would be interesting to see is how many people applied for sick leave to be here today, you know. I know I didn't, but yeah, but it was really nice. And as you can see, the streets are lined up and people are still packed because the tour carries on from here around the city. Yeah, so it's been a really good morning.
And I think when we saw Tendai there, the Beast, and we heard the rumbling from the crowd, so excited. I mean, this is their homeboy. But of course, a bittersweet moment as after such an exceptional career, the Beast is now hanging his boots, but wonderful to see him, and what a moment, I think, to end your career.
Yeah, look, I mean, you know, things like that just don't happen. I mean, I remember meeting the Beast when he was still riding to work on his bicycle, you know, when he was still just a junior Sharks player, and how he's actually gone from that to like this international player that everyone loves, you know.
Yeah.
As soon as he came out on stage here, I mean, everyone was chanting his name, everyone wanted to share the moment with him.
Yeah.
And it is going to be sad that, you know, we're not going to see him next season, you know. It's going to be weird watching games with Sharks, Springboks, with non-shouting Beast in the middle while he's got the ball, you know what I mean? So, yeah, and look, he's going to leave a big void in not only at the Sharks, but I think on international rugby stage as a whole. And he's been a great servant for the game, and is one of the most humble human beings you'll ever come across.
Certainly. And just with you, we're just looking at some of the youngsters that were passing by, and here we're speaking about the beast at 34 years old. He's now bowing out of the sport, but looking at these young people who are looking at these stars, these legends, these champions in awe, and saying one day I want to follow in the footsteps of these players. And you are involved very much in development, and does this sort of encourage you even more to say we really need to move and work even more? I know you were saying earlier on that you're already working in a lot of townships here in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, but to say let's spread, let's go to the rural areas as well and give these kids an opportunity.
Well, look, I mean, this things like this are massive, you know, like everyone's got a story. Brian Abana will tell you how he was a youngster with his father in '95 World Cup, watching in the stands, and that's how the dream started for him. Sia Kolisi during the week spoke to us about how he was a youngster 12 years ago, sitting in a tavern watching that final, and that was like his dream, you know. So these guys have now inspired like a next batch, a new generation of player, and you must probably find that, you know, the next World Cup we win, someone's going to tell you that while you and I were busy talking on the stage, they were in the crowd watching these heroes, and they're saying to themselves, you know, I want to be a part of that.
And you're also saying how important it is, of course, so while you are there for the development, for the training side, but sports need money. There needs to be support. You need industries to come together. And you're also even saying here with the eThekwini municipality that they've been very supportive of the development programs.
Look, without backing from government, without backing from the city, our program will die, you know. And our city, you know, people say a lot about them, but they've really come to the party in terms of sports within the city. The Department of Sports and Recreation as well has been, you know, huge, and those two parties have really come on board and have really assisted us in terms of how we've grown our sport within the province, you know. So that, you know, and long may those relationships last.
And I suppose moments like this really assist, because people are now saying, those who do not know about rugby, I mean, it was incredible to see some people were saying, we don't know how to score, we don't know what a try and a conversion is, but all we looked at was the scoreboard. And when we saw that 32 score for South Africa, we knew South Africa had won, and that's all that mattered to us.
You know, I remember like the meme that's been going around with that lady princess who predicted the 2-1 victory. You know, and I think the main thing there is just that people are not really too interested about what the score is, as long as we win. That's, you know, we don't really care how we get about there, as long as we're the world champions. And for most of these people, if you ask them, you know, what's the point scoring, that they may not be able to tell you at this present moment, but now they know about the sport, and that's how the sport will grow, you know, through things like this, us winning World Cups. The more people get to see the sport, the more it will grow within our communities.
And earlier on, we were speaking to Zintle Ndawande from the Springbok women's side, and she was actually saying that this has really given them, as the women's side, the encouragement as they are now going to be preparing for their...
Look, women's rugby has really exploded, not just within the province, but within the country. We've got a professional setup now for women with our 7th team, our national side. They're all professional, they all camp at Stellenbosch. So it's a bit actually hard to hear you through all the noise.
I know. I'm going to stop you. I'm going to stop you for a moment, Archie, and just quickly move around. They may have moved from where we are, but let me just ask my colleague Zamo quickly just to pan across. As you see there, the crowds have moved from in front of the City Hall. They are now aligning the streets. People are looking out of buildings. They're literally hanging from buildings, waving that South African flag high to say the champions are here, the legends of South Africa, the champions of the world have descended on the city of Durban. So much excitement here in the city. It's absolutely amazing. People have said they have not gone to work, and those who are at work are saying that we're just going to, for that moment, to come out and join the people of Durban, the people of KwaZulu-Natal, as they greet and say thank you, Siyabonga, to their champions, the Springbok rugby team. Archie? You can hear the rumblings there from the bikes. The streets of Durban have been brought to an absolute standstill. Everyone is rushing to see if they can get a glimpse of their stars. and their favorite players amongst this team of absolutely amazing sportsmen who have taken and put South Africa on the international map in terms of sports. And you were saying to Archie that the achievement of this team has not just been about winning, but in terms of records as well, that this has to be in our rugby history the greatest team that we have fielded for the sport.
Well, when you look at it on stats base, we're now the most successful team in Rugby World Cup history. Yes, New Zealand have also won 3 World Cups like us, and they've won back-to-back World Cups. But 2 of those World Cup victories were in New Zealand, and whereas with us, we're the only nation that's won it on 3 different continents. We've won 3 and 2 less World Cups because obviously through isolation we missed the first 2. So this is actually like a really big achievement, and I don't think we should take it lightly, you know. And as I said to you earlier on, I mean, a lot of people wrote these guys off. I mean, one website had them at 4% in winning this tournament, you know. And look what they've achieved, you know, against all odds. You know, they've come together, they've united the nation. I mean, they're struggling to go down the same road, you know, with so many people lined up to see them, you know. So I just think that...
And this is showing us what hard work, dedication actually means. That in everything that you do, I mean, you were saying that within 18 months, they came together, not said against the odds, basically. You know, they were the underdogs. A lot of people did not believe that this team could produce such impressive results. And look at them now. Well, look, I mean, like... you know, about 18 months ago, Rassie was coaching in Europe, our head coach. So he came back, brought the players together. He told them exactly what he wanted to do, how they were going to achieve it, and they all bought into it, and they all believed in the system. We had the best defensive record in the whole tournament. You know, we conceded 4 tries. You know, and so it just all about teamwork and believing in what you achieve. And every single one of those guys in that bus will tell you, none of it came easy for them. You know, they all had to work, they all had to make sacrifices to get to where they are in this current moment. And we must say for our viewers, of course, that amongst this team, this winning team, are the Sharks players. Tendai now retiring. Taurira, we have Lukanya Magazolo Mampimpi. Great excitement as well when people saw him come forward, as well as Springboks who played the Sharks. So so some people have this connection that these are our players. They may not have been born in KwaZulu-Natal, they may not live here you know, on a regular basis, but they play for the Sharks, and sort of they are now become our homeboys.
Well, they may not have been born here, but they're part of us now. They're part of the city, you know. And also, don't forget, there's also Thomas du Toit there. He went.
Right, Ayanda, just in such a great conversation with a guest there, and just describing how much this means for the city of Durban, especially with so many of the Sharks players among the Springboks squad. It's a lot.
It speaks to that conversation about different provinces wanting ownership of this victory through different means.
Exactly.
Others through the captain, others through the players, others through developmental rugby, and so on and so forth.
It's such a great scene that you're watching this I guess euphoric feeling that people are just watching them and getting hopeful.
I know.
You know,
that's the one thing it's doing
in
for
the
us.
process.
Yeah.
Another player that used to play for the Sharks is Peter du Toit, and remember, he was just voted the World Rugby Player of the Year at that award ceremony in Japan. So great stuff there,
so
indeed.
KZN has some claim.
Oh, yes, they do.